Say umbrella. Now say umbrella, but don't say Say fantastic. Now say fantastic, but don't say fan. Say October. Now say October, but don't say ock. Say alphabet. Now say alphabet, but don't say owl. Say Saturday. Now say Saturday, but don't say sat. Say tricycle. Now say tricycle, but don't say try. Say feet. Now say feet, but don't say Say cough. Now say cough, but don't say k. Off. Very good. Say tame. Now say tame, but don't say t. Say time. Now say time, but don't say t. Say cone. Now say cone, but don't say k. Say guide. Now say guide, but instead of g, say Say more. Now say more, but instead of say d. Door. Say gum. Now say gum, but instead of g, say thumb. Say lead. Now say lead, but instead of say said. Say feel. Now say feel, but instead of say seal. Very good. Say sleep. Now say sleep, but don't say s. Say crane. Now say crane, but don't say k. Say grew. Now say grew, but instead of g, say t. True. Say crane. Now say crane, but instead of k, say b. Say flows. Now say flows, but instead of say k. Say went. Now say went, but don't say t. When. Now say range. Now say range, but don't say j. Now say wheat. Say wheat, but don't say t. Say niece. Now say niece, but don't say s. Say drive. Now say drive, but don't say v. Dry. Very good. say ran. Now say ran, but instead of say run. Very good. Say kit. Now say kit, but instead of say cut. Say den. Now say den, but instead of say done. Say beak. Now say beak, but instead of say bake. Say fine. Say fine, instead of say O. Say bread. Now say bread, but don't say bed. Say sneak. Now say sneak, but don't say seek. Say crew. Now say crew, but instead of say clue. Say scale. Now say scale, but instead of say snail. Say sneeze. Now say sneeze, but instead of say skis. Say some. Say some, but instead of say sun. Say rhyme. Say rhyme, but instead of say ride. Say night. Say night, but instead of say nice. Say seam. Say seam, but instead of say seat. Say keep. Say keep, but instead of say keys. Say ghost. Now say ghost, but don't say goat. Say roast. Now say roast, but don't say wrote. Say sift. Now say sift, but instead of say sipped. Say trust. Now say trust, but instead of say trucked. Say deft. Now say deft, but instead of say decked. Very good.